Okay, so I just got done with a small run, a little walk for a cool down. Now I'm going to practice some meditation. In Buddhism, you start with mindfulness of body, then mindfulness of breath, mindfulness of mind, mindfulness of emotion. In the yogic text, it says that the yogi, the yogini should start with asana. Asana is defined as a comfortable, sturdy, aware body. Then after you have become accomplished in asana, then you move on to pranayama, awareness of breath. In what I teach, it's not only awareness of breath, but it's also internal energy cultivation. Understanding the fundamentals and getting them down is very important. And the fundamentals of internal energy cultivation are the intestines are your main biobattery, and that's where most of the chi should be stored. So it's called the Sea of Chi, and it's found in the center of the intestines. Yoga, you apply your three bandhas. These are very important fundamentals. You pull up from the bottom of the belly, down from the top of the belly, draw the shoulder blades down the back, then gently drop the chin. The three bandhas make up the Mahabandha, or the great energy lock. It's called the Mahabandha because when you apply them and do your pranayama, your internal energy will continue to build with every breath. When you let go of the locks, you lose your body awareness and you lose your internal energy. It means your internal energy will dissipate. So you have to hold the three bandhas. Let's practice together. Relax your body, relax your mind. Feel the earth underneath you and the sky above you. Pull up from the bottom of the belly, pull down from the top of the belly, and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Then gently tuck the chin. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Begin to take long, deep inhalations in and long, deep exhalations out while applying the three locks. When you get the fundamentals that were just explained down, in yoga, when you get asana and pranayama down, then you can move on to the higher limbs. Pratyahara is drawing the senses inward, and applying the three bandhas will begin your pratyahara. Pratyahara is also looking inwards towards the soul. The next is Dharana, which means concentration. Concentration is of two types. The first type is with an external object, such as in me looking at the phone. The second type is concentration without an object. You can do this by feeling warmth between your eyes and focusing on that warmth. The seventh limb is Dhyana. In Buddhism, the third noble truth is cessation, Nirodha. And in the Yoga Sutras, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha is one of the top three most important Yoga Sutras. So what is it that our ancestors are trying to tell us here with Nirodha? And what is Dhyana? When you begin to pay attention to your mind, you will see that thoughts arise. Between thoughts, there is a space. Within that space is Nirodha, cessation. Buddha explains this as doing your best to keep unwholesome thoughts from arising and creating wholesome thoughts. In the Yoga Sutras, it says, when you're able to keep the thoughts from arising, a steady state of consciousness occurs. Within that steady flow of consciousness is Dhyana. Your Dhyana is only as good as your Durana. So even though the two limbs are separate, they are very much connected, as is everything else. When you are able to maintain these two states for long periods of time, you enter into samadhi. Samadhi is a state of pure consciousness in which the defilements and hindrances have been freed from your mind and your heart. They are beyond words, so it takes practice and grasping of the fundamentals. As you practice and master the fundamentals more and more, you will reach states of consciousness that you haven't reached before. And for this, it's continued study and continued practice. The habits and the fundamentals have to be deeply formed. They have to become part of you. There are different ways of measuring how you can master the techniques. Some are from 30 to 100 days. If you practice, you'll master a technique. Others are, if you practice it 2,000 plus times, you'll master a technique. Others are, if you do the technique for so many hours, you master the technique. Just know it takes continued mental volition and practice in order to attain and then maintain these states of consciousness. See, nirvana means peace. And peace has to be developed because the natural state of mind in humans is to be aggressive, to survive. This is 75,000 years of ancestry built into your DNA. To maintain peace, you have to be able to calm your survival, your mundane desires, your lower desires. To do this, the frontal lobe of the brain must be developed. And as the frontal lobe of the brain is developed, it has to reside over the lower functioning parts of the brain at the lower part of the brainstem. Let's meditate for a while. You can meditate anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes and you will see benefits, even up to an hour. If the spine stays motionless for too long, the pumps that pump the fluid through your spine can become stagnant. So getting up and doing some motion movements or doing some spinal flexion will make sure that the fluids flow through your spine, and that can add for a better meditation. Also, when you sit in your meditation, the central nervous system and the muscles along the spine will begin to break down. So resting your back and healing your back and allowing it to become stronger for your next meditation is very important to maintain a strong spine and a healthy mind. Any questions or comments, please leave in the comments below. Make sure to like and share. Namaste.